Acez Academy community, I am here for you today, pulling out my book of sauce, and I'm here to talk to you today about the kickoff. What is the kickoff? It's a monthly meeting. If you don't do it every month, it might be the quarterly meeting, or the yearly meeting, or the weekly meeting. Maybe minimum a month, but this meeting is a meeting that you should run with your team or company at least once a month, I would say. And I've been doing this kind of kickoff for about 10 years. And over the 10 years, I've learned from my mistakes. You know, it used to start off all about me and business and nothing about the people. And as I grew and I learned as a leader, I kept adjusting it and editing it until I found my final copy. And now I'm training a lot of companies and teams to run this kickoff every single month. So I want to give you some of that sauce. So the monthly meeting, you make a Google Doc presentation or a Microsoft presentation, whatever you like to use to do this kind of presentation once a month or once a quarter or once a year. The first slide should just be your team name, the name of the month, and the name of the kickoff. Your second slide should be the icebreaker. Every single time you're in a meeting or a presentation, you should always start it off with the icebreaker. What are icebreakers? We have a whole chapter of that in the Academy to give you a lot of icebreakers you could use, but it could be two truths and a lie. It could be flip cup. It could be going over somebody's goals. It could be something about yourself. Icebreaker is anything non-business related that you could use in that meeting. The third slide would be your standards. You know, you have to have team standards or company standards, which is another chapter in the Academy. But if you don't have them, you want to make them and you want to put them in the presentation every single month. That way, it stays on your people's mind and it's omnipresent. The fourth step, you want to share your plan with one-on-ones, with trainings, with the events going on that month. Share your calendar. Let your team know those events. That's going to do two things. Number one, it shows your team you care about their development because you're spending time training and doing one-on-ones and doing events for their development. Number two, it holds you accountable because now I'm putting it out there telling you, hey, I'm training you on these days. Now I have to show up and do that. Next, we have the outing and the culture. You should be taking your team out at least once a month, once every 2 months minimum. And when you do that, you want to share it with them. So you put, hey, here's where we're going this month. Here's the date. Save it. We're going to have a great time. We're going to collaborate. If you're virtual, maybe you do a virtual outing where everybody shares their screens, has some cocktails, plays some games, and has a good time. We also got a bunch of outings for you in the Academy already that you could go back to. Then we have the stats. Let's get to the business, right? What is the production for last month? You want to review it in the new month kickoff, which should always be on the first, second, or third of the month, never later than that. So you review the production. After reviewing the production, you prop out the top 5 people, ask them for a tip in front of the group, get them engaged. You call out the bottom 5 people, ask them what they struggled with, ask the group to help get them engaged and give them some tips, and then you move on. After that, you have to give out your awards. Who's the number one player on your team? Do you have an award that you give them? Do you give them an award? Are they prideful of that award? Does everybody want to win that award? You give them that award, you prop them out, you ask them for their biggest takeaway, and then you should also have a second award that has nothing to do with production or numbers, but has everything to do with being a team player, the culture, being a great character. And you give it to that person as well. I believe you should always have those 2 awards no matter what you're running. After that, you should do personal prop outs. This is a big one. I always have a slide where I say, this person got married, this person got a house, this person did this person did that. What that does is it shows your team that you care about their personal well-being. It helps the team get connected together. It helps celebrate and have a good time, and it helps the overall team's atmosphere and their character and their behavior, and just everything is going to flourish when you prop people out for personal things that have nothing to do with business. Then you say, here's our focuses for this month. You want to lay them out clean, dry, straight to the point, bullet them. This is what we're focused on this month. This is what we're doing. Give them one-pagers or templates, or rep it out together, ask questions, make sure everybody's on board, and then that should connect to a contest that you're running as well. This month we're running a contest. You should always have contests. A needle mover contest if you want to move the needle, or something that you want to do for production. Make it fun, exciting, have a cool reward or prize at the end of it. We also have a chapter on prizes and contests that you could watch in the Academy to learn more about that. And lastly, you always want to end your meeting with inspiration. It could be the rock on YouTube. It could be a picture of something that means something to you. It could be a story from somebody of how they changed their lives. Whatever it is, you always want to walk them out inspiring, recap the kickoff, and that's how you run the meeting. Inside of Acez Academy, I have you a template with all those slides made. I have you a video of me helping somebody create those slides. I even have the slides for my own old team that I use. Check it out, make the kickoff, make it a ritual and a habit every single month, and execute on it.